Good afternoon, everyone. I want the whole school to hear you. What grade do I have in the house? That's what I'm talking about. This is the purpose of my message. This is what I want you guys to hear and remember. People all the time in your families and in school, every day from when you were a very young kid, they're going to keep asking you next week and next year, what's the number one question that they ask you? In regards to growing up, what did they ask you? So you can say it out loud. Who in here, let me get both hands if you've heard that question 1,000 times. What do you want to be when you grow up? Here's my message, right? From now on, this is what I want you to think about. No longer should you allow someone to ask you what you want to be when you grow up. If they do ask you, you want to answer the question, I'm working to become. Does that make sense? Just because you want it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So when someone says, what do you want to be when you grow up? My man, you don't tell me you want to be a basketball player. You tell them I practiced for 3 hours after school yesterday. I'm working to become a basketball player. You don't tell them you want to be an actress. You tell them, I was in the school's last play, and I was the leading actor. I'm working to become an actress. Does everybody get what I'm saying? A want is not enough. We have to do the work. What are you working to become? So, what are you working to become? The area that I struggled the most in was academics. I was never on the honor society, ever. I struggled really bad academically. But I knew I wanted to go to college, so I did have perfect attendance. If you show up every day, you'll do better than most people. Every day you show up, you'll do better than most people. Just by showing up. Now when you show up and participate, now you'll do more than just better than everyone. So what does that look like? You got some people who go to the school dance, and they sit on the wall, and they go, this party corner. They go, this party corner. I don't want to be at this party. Nothing's happening. And then you got some, when they go to the school dance, they actively participate. Right? They jigging. They getting down with it. Right? You got to actively participate in everything in life. And so, what does that have to do with our conversation? What do you want to be when you grow up means you just want it. You're not actively participating in it. But what are you working to become now means that you're actively participating. It means you're actively involved in being that veterinarian. It means you're actively involved in being that actress or cosmetologist. It means you're actively involved in what you want to do later on in life. That's what's important. What are you working to become? But I want you to write down 3 things that even if you don't know about it, you can ask me and I'll try to, the scientist, I don't know what you got to do. I know you got to major in some science classes. But as you just attend the career fair, next time you go to a career fair or next year, ask the person, ask them questions. So you said, the young lady only said you had to go to school for 2 years. How many years do you need to go to school to be that lawyer?
4, 8, no 7.
But if you don't want to be the lawyer, that's not what you would write on your paper. But on your paper, I want you to write, I'm working to become, and whatever it is. There's so many things as you're working to become. There's so many tangible things that you could learn that your list really shouldn't be 3. You should keep adding on to it every time you actively participate in what you're working to become. It's not just a want anymore. So my man in the back that wants to play basketball, your list is long. You got to make the team where you are now. You got to start on the top 5. You can't be riding the bench, my man. You got to score at least 30 points per game. You got to stand out. If basketball is really what you're working to become, it's not just, I want to play basketball. You have to actively, so your piece of paper should have everything down. I just said, it shouldn't just have the 3. Your average points per game should be 30. It can't be 12, it can't be 6. and anybody else who wants to play sports. All these career choices that you have to really stand out. Other thing you should be writing down is, I'm going to take my SATs in the 9th or 10th grade. The reason why we're having this conversation now is because it's not I want to go to college, it's not that I want to be a veterinarian, it's not that I want to be an actress or actor, it's I'm working to become that college student. And so when you're actively involved in it, it's not just the one anymore. I'm sure the teachers around the room can share with you that there's some things they wanted to do. It's not that they couldn't do them, but if you never actively participate in trying to achieve it, it just doesn't happen. The purpose of this, so everyone can understand, is it's not enough just to want it. You have to work at it. So this plan that you guys are forming, if you keep the paper, if you really look at it and use it, this will be a tool that helps you become successful. This will be a tool that will make sure that you achieve the things that you say that you want. Let's try it again. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm working to become.
In order for it to really happen, you have to believe it. You have to believe that you're working to become something. It's not just a want.
What encouraged you to be a motivation speaker?
What encouraged me to be a motivational speaker? I love doing it, and I really think that today's youth, so a lot of people tell my man in the back and in the front that you need a plan B because basketball might not work out. Being an actress, a doctor, a surgeon, all of those things may not work out if you don't do the work to make it happen. So I wanted to come with a different message. It's not that you can't become something, it's you won't if you don't do the work. And so, to answer your question, I want to motivate people to really do whatever it is their heart desire is set on, but I want to do it by affirming them and then questioning, did you do what you were supposed to? If you didn't, it won't happen. Does that make sense? So all of you guys have these pieces of paper that you wrote on. If I was to come back next year and say, one, do you still have the piece of paper? But two, did you do anything on there that you were supposed to? If you didn't, I won't be surprised if you don't become what you say you're working to become. So what happens is, what motivated me or inspired me to be, is that I want to challenge people. What I want to challenge them by doing something that they said they want to do, not something that I want them to do. And so you guys have to do what your passion is. Don't just want to become something, work to become it. And as you work to become it, I guarantee you that you'll achieve it. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, my name is Antonia Rosa from Global Concepts Charter School, and what I really enjoyed about KB's presentation today is that I learned that you need to shake somebody's hand and greet them and show yourself as responsible and that you are worthy for a job and what your characteristics of the job is, and just to be yourself and show them why you want the job.
My name is Rayaja Harris from Global Concepts Charter School. I'm in 8th grade, and what I learned from Kirk Berry's presentation is that you always want to be prepared for an interview and never just go and wing it.
Hi, my name is Sierra Delba from Global Concepts Charter School, and I'm in 8th grade. What I learned from KB today was that in order to achieve your goals, you have to be somebody and be confident in yourself, and that you have to dress properly and greet somebody kindly and show respect.